Hello there and welcome to yet another interesting and exciting segment of the newspaper review right here on TAF TV for today, the 7th day of June 2022. My name is Cyril Aloysius and joining me in today's newspaper review is one of our very popular faces, someone who knows a thing or two about politics. And by that person, I mean Mr. Victor Sioku. Mr. Victor, you're very much welcome to join us.
Thank you, sir.
All right, but as usual, before we go straight to the business of the day, we'll go on a short break. And when we return, all of the interesting headlines will be coming your way. Do stay with us. We'll be back after the short break.
Hey there! Are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
Okay, you're welcome back from that short break. And the first paper we shall be looking at for today is the Daily Sun. And amongst the headlines in the Daily Sun, we have on page 25, Air Nigeria gets transport license. Air Nigeria gets transport license. And on page 6, we have APC boils over consensus choice. APC boils over consensus choice. That's on page 6 of the Daily Sun. And on page 8 of the Daily Sun, we have Ondo Church Massacre. Death toll rises as police recovered 3 unexploded IEDs. That's on page 8. And on page 6, we have Presidency replies Tinubu says Nigerians, not one person made Buhari president. Presidency replies Tinubu says Nigerians, not one person made Buhari president. That's on page 6. And lastly, in the Daily Sun, we have Southern governors must reposition Amotekun, Ebubegu, according to Ohaneze. That's on page 26 of the Daily Sun. Okay, that's the much we can take in the Daily Sun. Mr. Victor, I don't know which of the headlines actually interest you.
Yeah, I think we start with the hit of the day, which means which is talking about the APC convention happening today.
Okay.
Okay, today happens to be their D-Day, and there is hot water that is boiling somewhere.
Yeah.
It's about to fall, be poured up on some persons. Okay. Yeah, just yesterday we got the report that the APC, in quotes, have a consensus candidate, okay, in the name of the Senate President, Ahmad Lawan. So this announcement was made by the party chairman, former Senator Adamu. He made the statement. And in fact, when I saw it, I was over-shocked because the National Working Committee and the Northern governors we are supposed to have this synergy because the national, the governors forum, the Northern governors forum have already said that, see, we are zoning the power to the South. Let's allow the South to take charge this time around. But all of a sudden, the APC chairman came out to say that they've decided that Lawan should become the consensus representative for the position of the presidency. And there was, will I say, a big rage, because some persons were like, how can you mention the name of Adamu, meaning a northerner? Does it mean that we'll not have 2 northerners after Buhari, then another northerner? Meaning that the APC will have a northerner for 16 years if they get to win the general election, in the general election. Lo and behold, many things happened yesterday. So lo and behold, Ojo Zokalu came on national TV. Ojo Zokalu being the former governor of Abia State and current senator, and he happens to be a campaign head or an alliance. He formed an alliance with Ahmed Lawan. He came out to say that what Ahmed Lawan has, what the chairman Adamu has said, is superior to any other person's opinion. Then he was asked, what about the president? He said no, that what Lawan has said, because he was, na politics. Lawan already is his guy. So he was also trying to promote him. Okay. Then in another news, when they were having the Northern Governors Forum, their meeting, what's his name? The Kogi State Governor, Yahaya Bello, who is also an aspirant, had to walk out from the meeting because the meeting did not favor him. So he found out that there are, I won't even forget that Nnamani, who is former governor of Enugu State, who is also a presidential aspirant, also stepped aside in making the points that he does not accept what is going on with the party. That if power is not coming to the southeast, that means they should forget about it. My brother, the tension is up the hook. Now, let me digress a bit. This is the reason why Nigerians were like, INEC played a partisan role by extending the deadline for primaries. Because this primary could have been, because this primaries could have been done last week, but they shifted the goalpost. As far as I'm concerned, they shifted the goalpost so that it will contain parties like APC. Mind you, the date has been set aside long ago.
So you think what they did is, should I say, is an attempt to favor APC?
Yes, because they've given room for APC to be doing all these their meetings. They've given room for them. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. So, back to the base. APC is struggling at the moment, seeking who will become the presidential flag bearer. Zoning has been an issue. Core politics has been an issue. Politics of interest. So, it's going down the wire today. So the question is, will they still maintain consensus candidate? Oh, the president has also come out to say he is not the one that picked Lawan as the consensus candidate.
Definitely, he will say that. You don't. Even if he was the one, you won't expect him to come out and say, "Oh, he picked Lawan."
But at the same time,
a thief can come and tell you he stole.
But at the same time, remember, there's no smoke without fire.
So what's the way forward, please?
Well, I think the party should come together. I know some persons have spent so much money. It's not just about the forms, okay? Mind you, they've campaigned. Persons like Professor Yemi Osibanjo has more like gone around the whole states in the country, okay? Persons like Tinubu has almost gone around the whole country, okay? So what that means is that these people have, they've invested energy, they've invested monies, their time, okay? And you know, sometimes many politicians from these extractions are sore losers. So they should find a way. If they don't want the party to get divided, they should find a way and harmonize things. I know it's not easy.
By sore losers, what do you really mean by sore losers?
Oh, they'll pull out from the party.
Okay.
They'll pull out from the party and join other parties. Mind you, there are some minor parties. Sorry, I'm going to call them minor parties, but because that's just their work. They are there waiting for the big guys to leave the major parties and come and join them. That's why some of those parties have not conducted the primaries, presidential primaries up till now. Those are called their business centers as far as I'm concerned. So, well, it's almost time. In few hours, the election will start and we'll find out who becomes the next.
All right, Mr. Victor, thank you so much for your thoughts on that particular headline. Let's not dwell much on that. Let's go straight to our next paper now. We have here the Punch, and amongst the headlines in the Punch, APC presidential ticket. APC presidential ticket. Adamu's consensus plot fails. 21 aspirants in battle royale. Adamo's consensus plot fails. 21 aspirants in battle royale. That's on page 2. And on page 4 and 5, we have lesson teacher bags life imprisonment for impregnating 14-year-old pupil. Lesson teacher bags life imprisonment for impregnating 14-year-old pupil. And on page 8, we have Owo Massacre. Survivors, victims, relatives grown as CANNGF protests. That's on page 8. And on page 7, we have I didn't see PDP delegates first list until day of primary. I didn't see PDP delegates list until day of primary. That's according to Dele Momodu on page 7. And on page 3, we have Makinde contested PDP governorship primary alone, defeated himself. That's according to Bularumi, an aspirant. That's on page 3 of the Punch. Okay, that's the much we can take in the Punch. I don't know which of the headlines interest you, Mr. Victor.
So I think I will just go on a spree here, okay? Look at what Makinde has, somebody has accused Makinde of doing, okay? Makinde being the governor of Oyo State, becoming the sole candidate for his party, the PDP. Mind you, same thing happened in Lagos. Someone becoming the sole candidate for Lagos APC. Now, what does that mean? It means that most of these governors, what they do is they try to be consensus candidates in their own states. Okay. So, going to the federal aspect of it, then the question is, if you guys are in control of your state, why don't you allow the president to pick his successor?
Okay.
You see the strategy here, or the plain tactics here. So if you are doing it this way, why don't you allow the other person to do it that way? But they've refused.
Well,
they are now saying that it should be a free and fair thing.
Well, Mr. Victor, I want to ask, should the president pick his successor?
No.
Or the people should be the ones to pick
the people,
who
the
they
delegates.
think is good enough for them to succeed the president?
100%, my brother.
So why are there talks of the president picking his successor everywhere?
Because same governors that are against him are picking theirs. Why wouldn't the president pick his?
Okay. Okay. So
are you getting?
More of do as I do thing.
Yes. Even during, just like the president said, even during the national convention, when they elected the national working committee of the APC, the governors played a part. They zoned different areas for them to select, to say, okay, this is my candidate. They sponsor their candidate. Why is it during the presidential aspirant period, when the president wants to pick a successor, somebody that he thinks that will align with his policies, yes, it is not democratic. No two ways about that. But I want to put it out for the governors and those godfathers, state godfathers. If you can do it in your state, why can't the president do it in a national scale?
Okay.
Are you getting that? So, well, it's almost there. Like we also know, let me call out name, like the Jagaban himself. Jagaban is a major player here. In fact, the fear of Jagaban is the beginning of wisdom for the APC right now.
Well, Mr. Victor, we don't need all that now. We don't need all this picking of preferred candidates. The state of the country at the moment doesn't call for such actions.
My brother, you are coming. I love what you just asked. You are coming from the citizenry eye, okay, from the space of the common mass.
Because from what they are doing, it's quite obvious that these people are not willing to let us move forward as a nation.
They want this power. It is just about power. Okay, look at what happened.
What do we do? What do we now do to set things right? Because the way the country is right now, we need a savior. That is it. We need somebody to actually save us from where we are. Otherwise, we'll just go overboard.
That is why I want to also tell Nigerians that 2023 election, this is my own opinion, 2023 election shouldn't be about parties. It should be about individuals. Individuals that have track record. Individuals that we can say, oh, this guy has done it before, he can do it again. Not just a nonchalant politician. I don't even want us to try somebody new. let it be that the person has been tested
Okay.
before you give the person the next capacity
So,
to handle.
Mr. Victor, given the state of hunger in the country at the moment, because hunger is really is a strong force that actually drives people to do what they don't want to do, even if naturally they wouldn't want to sell their vote or whatever. Given the state of hunger, high rate of hunger in the country at the moment, do you really see things moving as it should come 2023 elections?
No.
Or don't you still see some persons still selling their vote as a result of hunger?
Unfortunately, there will be vote buying.
Okay.
If we have vote buying, even with the so-called, in quotes, comfortable, I won't call them rich, the comfortable delegates, if they can sell their votes, why won't the poor mass, a poor person, a pauper that cannot feed with,
Yes.
with 500 naira a day,
Sell his vote.
why won't the person sell his or her vote? When you have, okay, look at the APC today. Each local government, they will pull in 3 delegates per local government. We'll have 774 local governments, 744 local governments, rather, times 3. Now, are you now telling me that each local government, that the 3 delegates that will bring out, you don't have somebody that will sell his or her vote? Because what do they even do? The people that even gave them
Definitely, there
that role will
must
be waiting for cutbacks.
There must be a Judas in every 12, actually.
Yes. And persons that made them delegates might tell them, see, this is my own court. In fact, the world will be expecting money, just like what we read during somebody in the northern part of the country that went for PDP, acted as a delegate, or was a delegate rather, came back with millions of naira, shared 7 million
money,
among his ward and his community. It can't be stopped, my
Mr. Victor,
brother.
please, let's not dwell much. Let's go straight to our next paper for today. And the last paper we're looking at for today is The Nation. And amongst the headlines in The Nation, we have presidential ticket. Buhari disowns Adamu over Lawan. Buhari disowns Adamu over Lawan. That's on page 2, I think. Yeah, page 2. And on page 6, we have terrorist operated for 30 minutes at Owo Church. Survivor recounts. Terrorists operated for 30 minutes at Owo Church. Survivor recounts. Says, my 70-year-old mom shot dead. Police recover unexploded bomb. That's on page 6. And next we have Nigeria Air gears up to begin operation. Nigeria Air gears up to begin operation. And next we have Tinubu tipped to win APC presidential race. Tinubu tipped to win APC presidential race. And lastly, in The Nation, we have President Buhari has picked Senator Ahmad Lawan as his choice. That's according to Adamu. Okay, that's the much we can take in The Nation. Mr. Victor, I don't know which of the headlines interest you.
I would like to go to the Owo massacre. It happened on Sunday, somehow.
Sunday morning.
On Sunday morning, okay? And I want to go politics. I've been going politics today, so let me also relate it to politics. My heartfelt condolences to the people of Owo. Owo happened to be a peaceful place, a peaceful community, and it's a town where the governor comes from. In fact, the church is even just behind the palace of Owo. So you find out that it's a busy environment, and for the fact that these guys gain entrance, yes, there are some insinuations or some reports saying that they came in with army uniforms. Okay, which you know now, it is big these guys. An army man can walk on the street and nobody will, with a gun, and nobody will disturb her. But a civilian with a gun, well, the SAS people were doing that before now, but it has been curtailed. But yeah, for the fact that the bandits, because they call them bandits, I don't have to shy away with words. These are not tenants, and unfortunately, Nigeria is divided between the north and the south. I'm going politics, mind you. Now, the distinguished governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, SAN, came out to say that the power should be moved from the north to the south. He has been very strong on his point. He has been making that point on a regular. So he came out to say, see, and he's the head of the Southern Governors Forum. So he's been vocal about this. And he came out to say that the North has been in power since the creation of Nigeria. And it doesn't make sense right now that after Buhari has done 8 years, another Northerner, we do another 8 years. And APC is not a party of the North.
Doesn't make sense.
Yes, from his own point of view, okay? So, he's been very vocal. So they are saying, some reports are saying, and the people of Owo are saying that they were attacked by Northerners for their governor, for making such statements. Even Afenifere came out, the socio-political group that heads the Southwest. They came out and made that public statement, that strong statement that these bandits attacked the governor because of his statements. Now, let me bring it down. If you notice, for some time now, there has been massacres. There has been killings.
Before Sunday
By bandits. The one that happened in Abia State, by northern bandits, the Fulanis. I'm not trying to cause I'm not a separationist, no, but I'm trying to come from the angle of analysis here.
Okay.
This is not the best time that we are talking about whether power should go to the north or should it not go to the south. Because from statements, even as the prelate of the Methodist Church came out to say that this group of men wants to gain power, the Northerners or the bandits, the Fulani bandits, wants to control the South. So if terrorists wants to control the South and the political giants of this country also want to retain power, the northern political giants wants to also retain power, what does that spell? It spells that they do not care about the South. They do not care. And that is what might turn out to happen today. That if power, the APC votes power to the north again, it will spell doom for the party. And it is a ruling party.
Sincerely,
Meaning that it's a ruling party. Meaning that some persons will see it as a planned work. Is that it's been organized that this will happen.
so gradually they are just executing the plan.
Yes. So it is it's a sensitive topic, but we need to spell it out. Yes, I'm a southern Nigeria, but on the other hand, in as much as yes, they say we should preach equity. Nigeria is divided. I keep saying it almost every program.
It's so obvious.
It's highly divided. So what do you do in a case like this? You shift powers. You shift powers. You cannot tell me that there is no credible candidate in the southern part of Nigeria that will take the helms of leadership in this country. You can't tell me that.
Mr. Victor.
And, sorry, sir, the same APC, why? Okay, today we will know the fate of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The same APC came into power because a strong force from the ACN, being led by Ahmed Bola Tinubu, came to form the coalition APC. Had it been there was no ACN, we will not be talking about APC by now, I bet you. Because it could have been about the North. It could have been totally a northern party, where you had the ANPP, which we are known for a northern party, where you have CPC, where Buhari comes from, then where you have a very minority of PDPs, although they've gone back to their position. Yes, the new PDPs that joined hands, but the new PDPs were majorly the Northerners. So you find out that APC, without the ACM bloc, is fully a northern party. So they still need the Southwest to come in. Thank you, my brother.
Mr. Victor, I honestly do not wish to dwell much on this particular headline, but I must say that the sad news as at Sunday morning touched me so much that I just could not hold my thoughts. And I want to ask again, Mr. Victor, what is the way forward?
My brother, then
Because
oh
these
my.
killings is getting out of hand. It's almost like the government is playing politics with the life of the people. These people don't care about us. What is the way forward? What do we do?
It's really a sad thing. It's really a sad thing. And when these matters comes to, when it happens in the worship center,
Somebody doesn't go to church, it's a problem. The person goes to church now,
Yeah.
the person gets killed in the church.
I don't know what.
That is the height of
see,
it.
See, in fact, all the flags are supposed to be half mast in this country. This is a time to mourn the lives of the people of Owo. Now, mind you, my brother, just imagine if
They
this
killed
had
both
happened.
both children were massacred.
No, just imagine that this happened. That, in quote, the Southerners, maybe a militia group from the southern extraction of this country, went into a mosque.
To do it.
Let's leave it there.
Mr. Victor, thank you so much for your time on the show
Thank you.
today, but
Thank
unfortunately we have to call it a day. And as for you who has been watching us, thank you so much for staying faithful to your screen. But unfortunately, this is where we have to call it a wrap on the show for today. And don't forget, you can also be a part of this show. Just in case you have any suggestions or contributions to make, you can drop your contributions in the comment section of any of our social media platforms. Thank you so much once again for sticking there. My name remains Cyril Aloysius, and until we come your way again next time, please do all to follow us on all our social media platforms. On YouTube, we are TAF TV. On Instagram, we are TAF TV_NG. On Facebook, we are TAF TV. And on Twitter, we are TAF TV. My name is Cyril Aloysius once again. Until I come your way again next time, do have a wonderful day.